Well, not a lot of wind. Not a lot of wind today, but I can tell you what there is. Like Ava left her hat here. This girl, oh my God. Not a lot of wind today, but it is frigid. 17 Fahrenheit. I know when I looked at my weather app last night, it was supposed to be minus 10, feels like minus 20 with the wind chill. Oh, there is a little wind. I'm going to do my best to avoid the track this morning here, as I have a number of drives at the Meadows starting in race 2. Now we have some horses racing today, but first, talking about last night, greatest ending. 30-3 on the end of it. I can't really tell how windy it was or how the track was. It was nice to see the horse win. You know, I told everybody every single one of his starts, I believe, since he's come back, has been in the mud, if I'm not mistaken, or a deep track or something. And I get that everybody has to race in it, but he wears bar shoes, so it makes it especially tricky for him. Now, will that 54 and whatever 3-2 lead to 53 next week? Will it lead to him racing in a better class? I don't know. If it does not, then he'll be relocated. It's just the way it is. The same, I had a talk with Harry yesterday. I know Harry loves Looks Like Money, but again, stuffed him in the open. Now, I know the other class didn't go this week, but I mean, truthfully speaking, the horse gets beat soundly in the 24,000 class and ends up as an entry to fill the preferred this week. So I get it. If I'm the owner of the Amigo horse or one of those other horses or whoever's in, I'd want it to fill. I get that, but I'm not using our horse as a pawn to do it. I'm going to continue to be on the lookout for an open pacer and an open trotter. I've told you that. I've been on a couple of them. We just haven't got them. But one thing is for certain, in 2024, Looks Like Money is not an open trotter currently. Maybe never again. I have no idea. That will be up to him. But he will be coming to the Meadows. Now, I know that's been a point of contention. I've had a couple of clients say, Anthony, we should just send him to the Meadowlands, or we should send him here. I'm not sending him anywhere based on his history, based on what he was in 2023 or before that. I'm basing it on what he is right now. And I know, depending on what he gets on Monday evening, he fits in on winners of 7,000 potentially in the Meadows, and he can work his way up after that. More money drops off. He would likely fit the non-winners at 10, and then he'd have to race in the open if it's filling there. There's no slam dunk here because it may not be filling. And if it doesn't, that's another question. Where do we go? We got Spitfire in Dayton. Now, he hasn't lived up to his 2023 stature either just yet. But I think there's a clearer path for him forward than there is Money. The only reason I say that is because Money's had more starts to prove himself, whereas Spitfire has not yet. One of them, maybe neither of them, are open horses now. I have no idea, but they're both very useful horses. The key to Money is keeping him sound, right? And there hasn't been any trouble yet. But more times than not, when you see horses that are coming back from injury that have diminished results, either they're protecting themselves, or maybe there's still something brewing in there. So I think my first step when Money leaves Ontario, and he will be to take him to Dr. Brown's clinic and just have a fresh set of eyes, look at him and say, hey, what do you see? Now, obviously he'll have his medical history. I want him to check those hind legs, those hind suspensories, make sure they're good, which I suspect they are. And then what else do you see? So a clean slate, a fresh start for him. He will be coming south of the border sooner than later. And I know there's going to be people that say, Anthony, we should sell him. Anthony, we should do this. Anthony, we should do that. This is what we're doing. He is going to the Meadows, likely after his next start. So just so everybody's aware. Now, greatest ending, as I said, I want to see him to continue to improve. Now, this horse has been a little frustrating because, one, he does have talent, but two, he's probably one of our more inconsistent horses. How do we combat that? Can we combat that? If we can, how is that? If we can't, what do we do? Well, that will be up to greatest ending. We'll see how that plays out. Either way, he has talent, he has ability. Let's see what we can do with it. And then Purple People Eater last night. Geez, track was a little slippery. It started to snow. Did that have a role in her being a little lackluster. Maybe. I thought she raced okay. She did her best to fight off the horse on the outside. She didn't see that fella coming on the left. She's in the sale next Tuesday and be sold as a broodmare, along with 5 other horses that are in the sale at Mount Hope. She raced okay though, but did not get the victory we were hoping for to close out her racing career, for us anyway. But she did race very well in finishing second. Raced adequate in finishing second. Now today, as I said, bitter cold, very, very cold day today and tomorrow. Hopefully it breaks a little bit on Saturday. We got 3 Point Blue Chip racing today. International Man, I think both these horses got good shots. I trained International Man again before I went over to Tim's this week. He looked very, very good. I've been really happy with International Man and his gait, and I think we're in the right spot with him. 3 Point Blue Chip's down in class. He's picked to win. He should be very good today also. Save America Rock Shining Star race tonight in Dayton. Save America's coming in good inside post, and Rock Shining Star is coming in okay. Should have won his last start. He'll get another crack at them tonight. What are his odds? His odds are 5-2. 5-2. Save America is 9-2. International Man 5-2 as his 3 Point Blue Chip. So on paper, we're supposed to have a very good day. And then our boy, Dancing by Myself. We did make the shoeing changes after his qualifier. He's 3-1 morning line. I'm very interested to see what will happen with Dancing by Myself tonight, as James will be driving him. Tomorrow it's going to continue to be cold. Time is on my side. Patrick the Piranha and Texong Soprano got a week off. He's back in action 5-2 at Yonkers. Woodmere Betcha is back in action on Saturday, it looks like. Picked to win again. And our boy, wait, no, that's Saturday. Drebin's in Saturday? Really? Did not know that. Drebin is in, according to this, he's in Saturday, December 14th, in race number 1, where he is picked to win. What a perfect class it is for that guy. In a perfect world, we would have horses for those types of classes all up and down Mohawk, Northfield, Dayton. It's just easier said than done, and a lot of it revolves around timing, as we talked about yesterday, and the timing is very good for Drebin. So that is what went on last night. That's what is going on today, tomorrow, Saturday on the racing schedule as far as training goes. I gave you guys a pretty in-depth look at yesterday, what impressed me, what did not impress me, and how all the babies looked to me. Century Legion trained very, very well again, and Jason said that Memory and Imagination and Sunny and JK Victory trained well also. They'll all be qualifying next week. Now, I kind of had it in my head, maybe we'll go qualify them in the Meadows. Can't. That's sale day at Mount Hope. So I want to go to the sale in Mount Hope, see how things play out, and can't make it to Tuesday qualifiers, but we will get the horses into qualify Wednesday here at Northfield Park, all 4 of them. Now, 3 of them, Memory and Imagination, Irresistible Sun, and JK Victory, all trained very, very strong this week. The qualifier in question was Trevino on green, the schooler, sorry. He was okay yesterday. Is he going to be super pretty getting around? You know who he reminds me of? A lot, and I mean a lot. Who's that right there? He reminds me of Stay Close. Big, strong colt, that clappy gait, and forges quite a bit, but does it quickly. I'm happy with what I've seen from him. I think we can still continue to help him a little bit, but I've been very, very happy with what I've seen from Trevino on green over the last couple of weeks. I went from, geez, I don't know if he's going to race. I still don't know what his competition level will be when we do get him going, but I'm sure he will compete at some level. I don't know if he'll do it here at Northfield. The turns are, I thought he trotted the turns better than the straightaways when he first came over. Now he's trotting the straightaways better than the turns. In fact, he was trotting the straightaways very good yesterday. Turns, he'd slow up a little bit. I think that's what probably turned a 2-2 mile into a 2-4 and a piece mile. But enough to get him qualified. So we'll get him qualified, let him persevere a little bit, and then I suspect we'll move him over to the Meadows, see if we can't get him racing. I think he'll like the Meadows. What I like about him, he's not getting too frustrated, and that's important. When you're not getting to stretch out and do your best work, it does get a little frustrating sometimes for the horses. You can see it, you can feel it, even with your own eyes from a TV, you can see it. And I just didn't get that feel from him. He did all the work he could. He finished off his mile best he could. He went back to the barn. His ears were up. He wasn't blowing a lot, so his cardio's in a good spot. So he should be fine in that regard. Now, as it comes to Ontario, I have not talked to Dominic, but I believe the plans were to qualify 4 horses tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be exciting also on a Friday morning for us to tune into. It's been a good week. It hasn't been an overly exciting week, but it's been a good week. And happy to see the babies doing their work well yesterday also. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I hope you guys have a great Thursday. It's going to be a very cold Thursday for me. I'm going to try and mitigate some of that by dodging any sort of track work today at the barn if I can. Right here, 16 degrees Fahrenheit or freezing cold Celsius. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful Thursday.